Good evening, everyone. It's about 8:37 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Glad to be here before each and every one of you. Again, glad to be here. I am your leadership specialist and your wealth mentor. Excited. Welcome to the Leadership TKO live night show. I know I was getting a couple of things in order. Let me tell you, the Zoom platform was not working well. I think everybody is kind of bombarding that software to go live on because of this social distancing and all this stuff about us being home. But it's all good, okay? And I welcome you all to the show. This is a live show. So right now we're doing video on Facebook. We're also doing podcast platform access and so much more. For all of my podcast listeners around the world, hello, right? Hello to all of you. Thank you so very much for being a faithful listener, being plugged into the show. This is something that we do on a nightly basis. We do it somewhere between 8:30 and 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on a nightly basis. And on, I want to say from Mondays through Thursdays. There we go. Monday through Thursdays. And I think even Sundays as well. We do video. And on Fridays and Saturdays, it's just audio by itself, just audio. And so the purpose of the show really is to empower leaders like yourself with the ability to win from the inside out, growing your influence, your impact, and your income. So I want to welcome everybody here. What I am also going to do is I'm going to do something that I haven't done in a while, and I'm going to conduct a watch party from the stream, okay? So bear with me just a moment before I dive into the topic matter at hand. All right, I know a lot of people may be busy doing other things on my timeline, but I'm going to open it up for more people to tune into this particular stream. So give me a second as I get a watch party launched. I'm launching it in a specific group of women. So let me go ahead and get it done. And I'm going to check the audio as well, just to make sure that the audio is good. All right. So it sounds like it's pretty good, everyone. And for the ladies, those of you in the Black Business Women's Network group, thank you so very much for tuning in as well. Lakeisha-mcknight is here, the leadership specialist and wealth mentor. Excited to be here tonight. And again, if you need some more information about this particular show that we do on a nightly basis, I invite you to visit the website, which is www.leadershiptko.com. That's where you'll find out more information about this particular night show. So welcome aboard, everybody. And so I have a very special topic tonight. One thing that I've come to realize as being an entrepreneur for umpteen years, so I've been in business for some time. And one thing that I've come to understand is that we all know this as well, that people do business with those that they know, they like, and they trust. Again, people do business with others that they know, they like, and they trust. Do you all agree with me on that? For those of you who are on Facebook and you're tuning in by way of stream, would you agree with me on that? Right? You would rather do business with someone that you know, you like, and you trust. Go ahead and hit the love button for me if you agree with me on that particular fact there. All right? And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because of the topic matter that we're going to focus in on tonight. Now, the topic matter that we're going to focus in on is the no factor. The no factor, right? It's going to really help you to blossom as an entrepreneur and really grow your business. And so I want to help you to get inside of the brain, get inside of the life of Lakeisha-mcknight. I'm going to give you a couple of examples, ways that you can help really inform people who are connected to you on social media. Give them more information about you. Let them inside of your world. Help them to get to know who you are. Now, we know, quite frankly, that we may not know a person completely unless we associate with them outside of social media, right? We already know that. We know that for a fact. But there are certain things that you can kind of discern by paying attention to their timeline and also plugging into their live streams. Do you agree with me on that? Okay, do you agree? Hopefully you do. So now I do want to take a moment and enable us to get to know each other. And feel free to share some thoughts, even things about yourself in the comment section. So I will say this. The first thing that I will give you an insider scoop on, right? For those of you who are here, you're going to be privy to this information. So many of you probably already know that on or connected to my mom, I am an only child. However, I do have a sister named Ashley from my father. Okay, so if you don't know, now you know. I am an only child, but I'm not an only child, if that makes sense. Okay, so that's just one little tidbit that you know about me. Another thing too, that I would give you inside information on, as for me being an entrepreneur, is that I am really, when it comes down to it, I am a really loyal, I would say entrepreneur / leader. I would say that. I am loyal in the sense of I want to fulfill the things that I say I'm going to do. Okay? So that's one thing that even if I may not be 100%, I might be operating at 80% when it comes to my health, but I am going to follow through what I said. And unless God says something different, I'm going to follow through. I'm going to come through. You can bank on it. Okay? You can bank on it. I will come through. Okay? So that's another thing about me. Here's a third point. Here's a third point. Now, I may appear to be, to some people, meek, but when it comes down to really, matters that are really important to me, right? It can be activism. It can be, where someone is being kind of like outcasted, right? Set aside and treated indifferently from other people. That's one thing that gets under my skin. And that's always been that way. I've always been an activist where I felt like if someone is being mistreated, it cannot happen, not on my watch. Okay? No one deserves to be treated differently, period. For any reason, because of the color of their skin, because of their background, because of the mistakes they made. It doesn't matter. No one deserves to be treated differently or wrongly, period. That's something that gets under my skin too. So, hey, I think that's the reason why I consider myself also to be a women's advocate, because I am really passionate about that particular topic. Okay. Now, another thing that some people may not know this, a lot of other people may, because I do not put it on full blast. Okay. This is something I don't broadcast, and I don't say, hey, this is what I am. This is what I do. All right. So yes, for those that may have a curious mind, I am indeed a licensed minister. Okay. I am. All right. So it's not something where I'm just going out there and just doing what it is that I want to do. No. Okay. So this actually happened back in 2005 when I was licensed, but I was first called, right, into the ministry in 2003. Okay. So that's when all of that happened. Now, this was something like, I was like, man, this is something I want to do. At first, no. Okay. No, absolutely not. I was like, this is not it, Lord. This is not it. But you have to be obedient. Okay, you have to be obedient. When you have an assignment, when you have a calling, you have to listen and you have to walk in obedience. It's not about what you want to do. It's about what he has called you to do, or at least put you on this earth to be able to accomplish. Whatever that may be. It can be going out into foreign countries and helping those in need. It can be working with orphans. It can be working with widows. Whatever it is, whatever assignment God has placed on you in your life, it's important that you fulfill it. Now, this is something else that you might have discerned about me as well. I am a northerner, so I'm originally from New Jersey. Okay, you might as well include New York in there because our family, we commuted a lot. Okay, so I might talk with my hands a little bit, and you might hear that in the background when I'm doing some of these night show episodes. It's just by habit. I'm gonna work on that. That's one of my flaws. I'm gonna work on it. So y'all pray for me, okay? Pray for me. But I figured that this would be a good time to kind of get you inside of my world, right? Get you inside of my world. Now, here, some people would consider, they may consider certain attributes to be as a form of weakness, but I don't, as far as being loyal. But you have to be careful because there is a fine line, right, that you need to draw because you don't want to be taken advantage of. Okay, so for those of you who are very giving, just be careful. Don't have your wall and your guard up all the time, right? But be careful not to be taken advantage of. You got to use discernment when it comes to a lot of these things. So just be wise in your decision making, but just use discernment. Make sure that you're hearing from God with every decision that you need to make. All right. So and I think that this is helpful. Is this helping you all? I don't know. See, I don't know if you all knew all of these things about me, but now you have a little bit of inside. You get an inside scoop. And I'm going to be giving more of this information and kind of getting you inside of my world a little bit on the timeline periodically each day. This is something that was laid upon my heart because I was like, well, I don't know if they really know a lot of facts about me. Okay. And I'm not just going to put things out there that I just want you to know. There may be some times where I may actually let you know some areas that I'm actually working on. Okay. It's important for you to know that. It's important for you to be honest with yourselves about that as well. It's a certain level of vulnerability that you need to show. Now, I'm not going to go out and I'm not going to go outside of my character. Okay. I will not do that. But as far as being open, being transparent, being real, yeah. Okay. Now, if you're wondering in the back of my mind, well, before Lakeisha did all this, was she, what was the other side? Yeah, there was another side. Okay. For those who really are seeking to understand more about me in a more personal way, yeah, I probably will let you know a little bit more about that. But other than that, as far as the things that I will share some important details and tidbits on social media. So feel free, of course, even below in the comment section to introduce yourself. Let me know where you're from. Let me know some things about you. Okay. Hey, the more the merrier. Let's connect. And I'm also looking forward to hosting a couple of virtual events in the sense of speed networking and virtual networking, since many people are now inside of their homes. You can't really go to social gatherings, so you really have to connect on social media. You got to really learn how to leverage social media. So stay tuned. I'll be providing more information about that very, very soon. And so I appreciate your time. And I want to let you know, for those of you who are curious, you're like, well, what is it that you do, Lakeisha? I am an entrepreneur. I consider myself to be a wealth mentor and leadership specialist. Now, with the wealth mentorship aspect, I do not deal with credit. That's not something that I work with. However, I share information on how you can build wealth from home, how you can begin to establish leverage the efforts of other people so that you can be able to generate multiple streams of income from home and you can build wealth. So for those of you who are trying to figure that out for yourself, maybe you need extra streams of income. Maybe you can benefit from a couple extra $100 per month, especially with all that's going on. Listen, there's a special presentation that's going to be coming up in about 10 minutes. This is something that takes place every single day at 12 noon and 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I invite you, okay? Download the Zoom app. That's what you can do. Download the Zoom app. That's step number one. Step number two is I want you to meet me over at goldrocks.info. Okay, somebody could be sharing this stream with you right now. They want you also to visit goldrocks.info at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And listen, they may even share a watch party on their timeline with this special wealth presentation that's going to be happening. And it's going to be given by Brother Gregory McKay. So you don't want to miss this presentation. Learn how to build wealth. Listen, your family is going to be so grateful that you paid attention to it. You're going to be grateful as well. And your pockets is going to be happy too as you begin to implement and get plugged in to this amazing system. So I am grateful for you listening and watching on tonight. We'll be back on tomorrow night, somewhere around 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So until then, I want to encourage each and every one of you to think, to speak, and to live leadership. Good night, everybody. God bless. And I'll catch you on goldrocks.info.